Well,
that's why it's not OCD.
It's OCD.
If it
about
were
this
OCD,
studio.
I'd be doing that everywhere.
This studio is totally OCD territory for you.
We have a call. Someone's on the line. Hi. It might be someone.
I got a break here. This is Q again.
Oh my God, it's
Q.
Is Q. How are you? We always learn. We always learn from you.
Listen.
Yes.
I got to tell you a story today.
Yes.
I went to the Piggly Wiggly.
That's still around.
Yeah, I'm organizing, down in the South.
Yeah.
I went to the Piggly Wiggly, and I didn't have a mask. Everybody freak out,
Yeah. Yep. Well,
I mean, if you have that, when you go to the food store, you get a mask. You wear a mask, Matt?
I do. Yes, Jenny and I both do.
Yep.
Q.
Yeah. Well, I don't wear no mask. I work for Trump. He don't wear no mask
You're
either.
a putz.
That's true. Trump, our president, Donald John Trump, does not wear a mask.
Which is not.
Oh, but I tell you, these Americans, they're really freaked out about the virus, huh?
Yes.
Tiny little virus. They're all afraid of it.
Yes.
All the Democrats are afraid.
So what,
they don't want to go outside.
What?
They want to stay inside. They want to watch TV. They want to watch CNN.
Right.
So what happened in Italy?
Truth.
Was that nothing?
They want to listen to Rachel Maddow. What a liar.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're not a fan of Rachel Maddow, I assume, Q.
Oh, she's so phony. The CIA uses her because they don't have no TV station. So they just shell out the crap to Rachel Maddow, and she broadcasts it. They're all anti-Trumpers. They're never Trumpers. And they're all freaked out about the virus. You turn on Rachel Maddow some night. She's got these sob stories about nursing homes and old people dying. She's making up the whole thing.
Oh my God. Are you suggesting that she's part of the deep state, Rachel Maddow?
Of course she's part of the deep state.
Oh.
So are all those deaths not real? Are they crisis fakes?
Yeah, let me just tell you something here.
Yes.
There are conspiracies out there. There's some real conspiracies out there, and everybody who talks about it, they think you're some kind of nut.
Right. I know. It's crazy,
what kind of nut?
it?
A walnut?
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm no nut. I know there's conspiracies out there because I'm creating the conspiracies.
You're creating?
Yeah. Well, we're getting these automatic weapons into the hands of righteous Americans that go into legislatures and demand liberty and freedom.
So you're helping to facilitate that? Is what you're saying?
Of course I'm helping. What are you talking about? Who do you think organized all that crap?
He's a cheerleader.
Oh.
You think Jared Kushner's doing it? I don't think so.
Well, I don't know.
He's too busy picking up the bribes. He's a bag man, along with Ivanka.
Oh, Ivanka as well.
You don't think Trump's in this, as a charitable endeavor. There's got to be something in it for the guy up on the top.
Right.
But let me just tell you, I'm in this Piggly Wiggly. Everybody's freaking out because I don't have a mask on,
Right.
And so I'm looking at them, and they're pushing themselves up against the, the shelves,
Yeah.
I'm going down. I got my basket and everything. I'm just trying to find some foaming soap. Good luck with that. You can't find no foaming soap anymore. You need toilet paper? You better call Amazon because you ain't going to get it.
That's true. I got a big giant bottle of hand soap from Amazon.
It is.
So I'm going down the aisles, and these people are turning around, and they see me, and they turn around, and they go back the other way.
Gee, I wonder
what
why.
What the hell is that?
What are you wearing?
Where is Piggly Wiggly?
I'm wearing regular clothes. I got a pair of jeans. I got a jeans jacket.
Yeah.
I look the part. I got a baseball hat, and I got a shotgun.
And you got a
shotgun. Yeah, of course.
So you bring the shotgun.
Yeah, it's open carry down here. Why not?
Right. You never know.
I'm telling you, there's conspiracies out there. There's a lot of angry people. They might take a shot at you. You need a loaded gun. You got to be armed these days. They're freaked out about the virus. Everybody's freaked out about it. Everybody in Piggly Wiggly, the butchers, the cashiers, the people stocking the shelves, it's all the same thing.
You never know.
Scared out of their minds over a tiny, teeny little virus. Right. What the hell?
Why don't you volunteer to go move all the stuff around for everybody who doesn't have PPEs? Yeah.
Why don't you ask China?
I'm asking you.
Why don't you ask
Maybe
China
that's a question
about
you
that?
should ask
I'm
China.
asking you. Blah.
Yeah, the China virus. They're all afraid of it.
You got to get off that teat that you're sucking on, boy.
Oh, boy. Well, maybe you can
Yeah,
shoot the
yeah.
virus.
Well, where do you think it came from? Think it came from Canada?
No, it's your buddy.
Brazil?
It's your buddy.
He has a good point there, actually. You're right, Q. I haven't heard anyone call it the Canadian virus. I mean,
It didn't come from
that's
there.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And what about SARS-1? Remember that?
Yeah.
I do.
What about it?
Where'd that come from?
China.
Oh.
Ask
Ray.
China.
Right.
How about the bird flu? You remember that one?
Yes, I do remember
Yes,
that.
actually, I was working for that one.
Now that did come from That came from Canadian geese, I believe.
I'm not exactly sure, to be
Oh,
honest
it's all
with
over
you.
the world. No, it came from bats. People don't know about that.
Right.
But see, I sat down with the Donald, and he told me it came from bats.
Oh.
You know, the bats are flying
Yes.
over the farms, and there's droppings. You know what I'm talking? Droppings? I can't
Yes.
use the word I'd usually use in the vernacular.
Guano.
But, you know,
Bat
there's
guano.
droppings from the bats.
Yes.
And the pigs, they eat the droppings because they're stupid, you know?
Right. But they make great
And
pets.
then they start to cough.
I bet your hat was
You ever
made
heard
in
a pig
China.
cough? You can hear it a mile away. And then they drop dead like
Wow.
12 hours later. They cough themselves to death.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then, you know, these farms, they got chickens walking around. It's China, you know. They got chickens, they got pigs, you know, they let them in the house, the goats, everything, you know. They all get sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call it the bird flu because the chickens get it. But it's really the bat flu.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I went into Piggly Wiggly, and people freaked out. I
Still not
just didn't
believing that he
understand
did.
it. You know, normally I go into a supermarket, nobody pays any attention to me because
Yeah.
I'm always looking for the foaming soap.
Right.
Good luck trying to find that now.
Yeah. Well, Q, I mean, maybe you can make some. Is there a way to make that? I mean, you seem like a survivalist type of guy. Maybe you can make some.
I'm not a survivalist,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
I'm not, but I am armed. You know, I admit it. You know, anybody that's not armed in America these days has lost his mind.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
you really need to be armed, and you need to be you need to be aware of what's going on around you, because everybody's concentrating on the virus,
Right.
and they should be concentrating on the foaming soap. In fact, I think they
The
brought it all
foaming
out.
soap.
And
Right.
the toilet
It is the
paper, and the
foaming
paper
soap
towels, and
conspiracy.
no tissues, no nothing.
Right.
I went to the meat counter. You know what they had there?
Meat.
There were 2 whole chickens. That was it.
That's it?
Everything else got bought
Isn't
out.
that meat, though? You can eat
Well,
it.
yeah, but it's
What
not
is
beef.
going? This country
We used to have meat.
Democrats have wrecked the United States.
Now we have the whatever burger.
Clearly,
Listen,
yes.
we never had any problems in this country until Obama.
That's right.
Till the day you were born.
That's right. Well, Q,
This country was running good until Obama took over.
That's right.
So
And then
Keith
that
on the phone.
floozy Hillary Clinton, she wanted the job after that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Floozy? Really?
Did he say floozy?
He
Or
did.
crazy? Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah,
That's
she's
what I
a
heard.
crazy floozy.
Right, a crazy floozy. All
Now,
right.
you don't believe me? Ask China. They know.
Yes. Yes, they
You mean
do.
where your
Yeah,
hat
and
came
Putin,
from?
he knows too.
Who knows? Putin?
I'm hoping one day I'm going to get invited by Putin to go to the Kremlin. You know.
Yeah?
I've always been very interested in the Kremlin.
Jealous
Really?
of the size of his building, aren't you? It's bigger than the White House.
It's a beautiful thing. You know, it's a beautiful thing. They got the spires
See?
and
Wow.
you know the cupolas
He's
at the
size
top. You know,
envious.
we don't have anything like that in America. What do we got? We got square tops with air conditioning units
And then
on
we
top
have
of the
you.
buildings. The Kremlin, that's a beautiful thing.
Right. Would you like the White House to be more like the Kremlin? Maybe it already is in some ways, but
It would be, you know, I never liked the White House.
Mm-hmm.
They burned the thing down, you know. You know, they burned it down. The British burned it
Yes.
down.
Yes. That's
Hey,
right.
you know,
And they burned the Capitol down, too.
hey, Matt in the chat room wants to know how that crack pipe is.
What?
Oh, I don't think you can get that at Piggly Wiggly.
Well, he seems to
What?
think he sounds like he's under the
A
influence
bat?
of it.
No,
You can't buy any bat
Little
in
crystals.
Piggly Wiggly. You're right. You know, you want bats. You
So
gotta
you're
ask
agreeing with
China.
us?
that's right.
All righty.
That is true. You have to ask China. You have to.
Okay, Matt, I got to go back to work. I got to organize down here. We're about to bring some guys with guns into the legislature. I won't name the state, but let me tell you, it's south of the Mason-Dixon
Hey, I've
line.
actually carried into the legislature. I got news for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
proud of it.
We're
too.
gonna have some guns in there, and of course, you know, there's gonna be a lot of cameras. That's why we do it.
Yes.
You know, they think, you know, Trump's crazy
You might do
because
it.
all these people with guns are there. But I mean, let's face it. America was built on violence.
Yes. And plus, you don't want anyone to take your. If you find some of that
Treating
foaming,
women like cattle. Yeah.
if you find some of that foaming soap, you don't want anyone to take it from you. That's why you need your gun.
That's right.
Really?
You know, if I find somebody with that orange, what is it? It's an orange a ginger foaming soap. That's what I'm looking for.
Are you biased against redheads?
You can get a refill somewhere, but they're out.
Yes.
Sometimes you can get a refill. You can pour it into the little bottle, you know, but. You know, maybe I should be looking for this in another country. Maybe I should be asking China.
Maybe where you got your hat.
Should probably ask China.
Maybe that's a question you should ask China.
Yeah. Or maybe Obama's cornered the market on the foaming soap. The orange ginger foaming soap.
Really all about that foam and soap. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I mean, Obama. You know, remember that time Obama showed up in the UN helicopter and confiscated all my guns?
What are you pointing at me for?
Well, you were there.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But let me tell you something. Obama's a problem. The guy's a problem. He thinks
How?
he's better than everybody else.
How is he a
You
problem?
know, he's
not
from
even in
Harvard,
politics. He's
you know,
not doing-
wherever
not
he's from. I
electable
don't know
again.
where he went to school.
Although he
Some
could run
Ivy
his-
League school.
Could we make Obama or
Yeah,
Joe
but I'd
Biden's
like to
vice
see his
president?
transcript along with his birth certificate.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows the guy was born in Africa.
Actually,
Not even a legitimate president.
I read recently that that Kenya is actually, it turns out, a very reputable YouTuber claims that it's actually a neighborhood in Wuhan, China, and that's where Obama's
that's
from.
where it is.
Well,
Wuhan.
maybe you should ask China about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
You should ask China.
And maybe that's a question you should ask China.
Yes, that would explain everything.
Listen, Matt, I got to get back to work. I just want to call in, say hello, and tell you when you don't know something, you ask China. Okay?
That's very good. All right, thank you, Q, and be safe. All right.
You should call back in and give us the evils of foaming soap. What's
Yes.
good and bad. I
Well,
mean, you know, we
the
talk
mis-
about finding it, but do you know what's good and bad?
The mysterious Q. I didn't know that Piggly Wiggly was actually still a thing.
I didn't think it was.
It must be down
Maybe
south.
it is in the multiverse he was pulled out of.
Right. Maybe.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the wonderful Q. We always learn from him.
I learned how to take aspirin for my headache that he leaves me with.
Right. Yes. Let's see. Candace Johnson says in the Facebook live chat, you don't want to know what I call China, LOL.
China?
Bill Stephanitis says, you and Bob Dole. Bob Dole's, did he die or is he still alive? He's still alive,
believe
isn't he?
I thought he passed away.
I remember he was at George H.W. Bush's funeral. I think he might still be with us. I can't remember.
Honestly, not sure, to be honest.
Bobby
Yeah,
Champagne says the best Trump impersonators are the two stand-in doubles the Secret Service use at the airports.
I really wish people would stop mixing the Second Amendment issue with the COVID issue, because they're not one and the same.
You can't shoot the virus with a gun?
No, you can't.
Oh.
You can defend yourself against somebody if you need to, but it's
Right.
not about that.
Right.
But, you know, when you have people acting like morons, it kind of makes you just want to hang your head and cry and go, yeah, I'm not a part of that.
Right. Candace is asking Jenny, is Matt a Post-it note guy?
No.
No,
he's not a Post-it note guy.
No.
No, but everything has to be back in its perfect
But that's
space.
not. But that's not obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yes, it is. You have to put everything perfectly back.
But I'm not like that with anything else. I'm only
I
like.
have seen you turn around from
Right.
the door and
Oh,
come
yeah.
back to move the monitor a
Right.
hair.
No, but I'm like that here because it's important to me to, out of respect, to leave the room exactly the way that I found it.
And then there is OCD.
No.
You are OCD. I respect the people that you're with too. And
Right.
I clean up my area
Right,
too.
right, yes.
But I'm not so sensitive that I must move the microphone back to the exact
Well,
place
I don't do that.
that it was at.
I don't
yes,
do that.
you do.
I do move the monitor
yes, you
back.
Do.
And, yes.
You do it with the monitor, the keyboard, the
Well,
mouse,
I do
the
try.
microphone.
No, I
you
do.
it with
I
everything.
do.
Yes, you do.
It's a respect
OCD.
thing. Wow.
Yep.
Bobby Champagne says, I'm the exact same way, Matt. I put everything back where I found it. Thank you. See, I'm not the only one. Out of
To
res-
the precise,
out
like,
of
to
respect.
the precise thing. You mean, do you actually like turn around and go back into a room to move a monitor?
I
a
have
half
done
inch?
that. I have done that. Yes.
Yes, you have
I have. Yes.
a half inch.
I think it's a good thing.
I think that if God forbid there was a day that you came in and Peter said, boy, you left the monitor thrown off, it would eat at you for like 3 days.
It would. I'd be very disappointed in myself. Not that Peter. Well,
Not that Peter's like that. He
No.
would never do
No,
that.
no,
I'm
he
not
wouldn't.
saying that he would.
Right.
He never would. He probably doesn't even realize how meticulous you are. I should videotape what you do at the end of the show.
I'm proud of it. I think it's good that I'm respectful that way.
I'm not unproud of you
Well,
being
thank you.
caring and compassionate and concerned and all of those happy, lovely words. But the OCD aspect is a bit much. You breathed on that pop filter a little bit harder than usual.
But I'm going to thoroughly clean it.
I do know that.
Yes,
I do know
yes.
that. I will get home for dinner around 9 tonight when you're done with your cleaning.
Right. Bobby Champagne says Rachel Madowski is a Russian. I didn't know. Oh, my goodness. Well, I know someone who would probably agree with that.
Don't ask me. Ask China that question, okay?
Candace Johnson says, I'm sure they test Trump and Pence every day, no doubt. Elizabeth Ropp, the acupunct, joins us in the Facebook live chat.
Hey.
She says, please cut this guy off. I don't think she fully...
We tried. I tried. I did try.
Maybe she doesn't appreciate the
Didn't happen.
the satire. Bobby Champagne says, everyone in Trump world gets tested. Well, now I bet they do. Because what is it? Three people now?
Is it 3?
Trump's valet.
Is it 2 or 3?
I think it's
Trump's valet.
3 total.
Then there was the Pence's.
Pence's press secretary.
Who's the third?
I thought there was another one in between. Maybe not.
I wouldn't be
might,
surprised if there's more than that.
I
They
might be
just ain't
wrong.
telling us.
Or they don't know yet.
Or they don't know yet. That's entirely plausible.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth says, I've missed you guys. Well, thank you.
Missed you too.
Absolutely. Bobby Champagne says, is it a big red baseball hat with 4 words on it? LOL.
Pretty sure.
Oh, my goodness. All my MAGA hats were made in China. Collusion. Aha.
Maybe that's a question you should ask China.
Yes.
Ask China about collusion with China.
Yes. Bobby Champagne says bird flu came from General Chow's chicken. Matt Parkerson says this guy is coughing from his crack pipe. I don't believe that our friend Q would
How do you know?
would do that. And besides,
He lives in an alternate universe. I'll throw that
well,
out there.
Whitney Houston famously said crack is whack. Remember that?
And then she died.
Right. Well, that's true. That's an excellent
do
point.
that.
Right.
Not a good person
Don't
to follow.
be Whitney.
No.
Bobby Champagne says he's armed. LOL. He's the anti-survivalist. Crackers in the afternoon. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Bobby Champagne says I've got a case of that orange ginger foamy soap, and it's organic. Ooh.
Does it taste like carrots? I think it's going to taste
I don't
like
know.
carrots.
What?
Maybe that's a question you should ask China.
Ask China if it tastes like carrots. Why don't you?
I'm going to hear that in my sleep.
Matt Parkerson said, yes, Harvard. Obama did go to Harvard. Yes, he was president of the Harvard Law Review.
That had to have been a fix. That had to have been a fix.
Oh, clearly. I mean,
Fix
he
was in.
right, and you know, and
The Illuminati made it happen.
and we all know Obama was incompetent. The guy had to use a teleprompter when he
They're
gave
working.
a speech.
They're working in cahoots with the flat Earth. They're trying to keep us from falling off the edge.
By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, I was kidding about the teleprompter comment. I was being sarcastic because that actually, do you remember that? That actually became a right-wing talking point at one point. Hannity and Rush and everybody. They were like, can you believe Barack Obama uses a teleprompter when he gives a speech? It's like, what? Yeah. Did previous presidents
remember that.
Did previous presidents all have photographic memories, like, of all the things? And that actually became a talking point.
So how do you think they feel about
It's bizarre.
Trump now? Because obviously Trump and Pence both have them. So
Although Trump sometimes,
well, he goes off of it. We all know this.
Yeah, Trump.
Somewhere in the back room is somebody who drops their head and goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
Just get past the "we want to live" part, please.
I stand up here giving speeches for an hour and a half, many times without notes.
We've noticed.
It's a shame. You know what? I'll say it, and I'm sorry, but when I went to Europe, there were a few times that I was, actually more than a few, embarrassed to be American in a sense because of what was on their media. It makes you want to just crawl under a couch. It's really that bad.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when you're sitting there and you're watching them talk about Trump going for his golf course in Scotland and how they couldn't get the people to leave, so they were blasting music and stuff into these people's home, and this is on their media, their mainstream news, ABC, NBC, just like the equivalency of what we see as mainstream. You know, and here are the people, like, and it's all on video. Like, it's not full of anything. It's right there because it's not American media.
Right.
It's their media.
Right.
And it's right there. And you just want to hold your head and cry in shame that this is what people think you are. This is what they think you're like.
Yeah.
It's awful. It really is. I used to say embarrassed American at times. I'm a proud American, but unfortunately, I ended up being embarrassed a number of times. What else am I going to say?
Well, in
Gee,
Europe,
I'm sorry for our president, you know?
In Europe, they have that liberal media. It's that liberal media. I bet Rachel Maddow's a big hero over there.
Who knows? But, you know, they do bring up European numbers a lot. And what doesn't seem to get talked about is the testing that they do over there. I know my friends in the Netherlands, some have been able to acquire testing, some haven't. And one of my friends is in the hospital over there now with it, and and that's the only reason she's going to get tested.
Well, if you don't understand the current testing situation, you know what you got to do.
Maybe that's a question you should ask China.
Right.
I'm going to hurt you.
Well, in this case, though, me playing that sound drop was very appropriate because that is where that originated from, a question about testing. So
just wait.
Don't ask me. Ask China that question, okay?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you don't think that because I'm not trying to pick on you for being Asian by playing those. I hope you don't think that. Please don't take it that way.
I don't know that I get to say that. I think it was only like 0.3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think I get to say that.
I'm
very Italian.
I'm a Pacific Islander myself.
Apparently,
I think that's
potentially
obvious.
from Sicily. I'm not sure yet.
Right?
I've seen some anecdotal information.
Yes. Well, there you go. Tom Blanchard says, love that guy. I assume he's referring to Q. Yes, he's a patriotic American.
He's something.